It's time for cooking with Junior. Y'all come grab a seat. Gonna make something good for you to eat. Gonna make something good for you to eat. Hi, I'm Junior Redwood, and welcome to the first edition of Cooking with Junior. Today we're going to make what I call the bacon wrap pizza loaf. It's basically a rip-off of the bacon explosion, but it's not a barbecue version, it's a pizza version. So here's the ingredients you're going to need. A bowl of pepperoni, a pound of sausage, about a pound and a half of bacon, Parmesan, Romano, and mozzarella cheese, basil, oregano, and garlic, diced onions, diced mushrooms. I like to use store-bought tomato sauce, a big old loaf of French bread, and I like to use whole wheat pasta so my girl don't get fat. We're going to start by lining our countertop here with some aluminum foil so we can pick this bad boy up when we're done with it. Now we're going to make ourselves a crisscross bacon weave so we have a nice blanket of bacon here. The next step is going to be to spice your bacon weave with oregano, garlic, and basil. So now your bacon's all spiced, it's time to mix your sausage, mushrooms, and onions together. We're going to take some of our mushrooms, which are kind of like our pizza topping since we're making a pizza loaf, and some of our onions. Now this is the taste, you ain't got to measure unless you want to measure, but I ain't got nothing for you to measure. And you're just going to want to grind it all in so it's all one thing. Now we're going to take our ball of sausage, mushrooms, and onions. We're going to put it on this bacon weave and try to spread it evenly throughout the whole weave. Your next step is going to be pepperoni, but there's actually one step in between that, which is grabbing yourself a pepper. I like to keep maybe 10, 12 of them on hand at all times in the house, and like 10 to 12 cases in the garage for emergencies. So you're going to crack your pepper, take a sip, and then you're going to get working on your pepperoni. And we're going to put an entire coat of pepperoni on this sausage right here. Oh, that's good. Now as you're putting your pepperonis down, you want to remember you can't have too many pepperonis. It's just not possible. But we're going to do a nice even coat here. Kind of looks like a little pepperoni spotted American flag, but you gotta love America, and I think that's what this meal's all about, is loving America. If you don't like it, you can cook yourself some sushi or some tofu, because that's what they eat in other countries, not here. And that's pretty much it for your pepperoni layer. It's time to move on to the only ingredient I didn't tell you about, because I wanted it to be a surprise, is bacon bits. We got to put some bacon bits in the middle of this thing. And this is pre-cooked bacon, so it's nice and crunchy on the inside. And I got my bacon bits right over here next to my pepper. And I'm just going to throw on a good handful, spread them out nice. Oh, that's not a bit, that's a chunk. We'll make that one bit. 2 for you, 1 for me. Now our next step is to add some cheeses, and I got some Parmesan and some Romano. I know this is a little fancy for most households in America, but I wanted to overdo it. We're having a fantasy football draft tonight, and I want the boys to get the full experience of Italy, where pizza is definitely from, no matter what they tell you. And I'm just going to put just a sprinkle on the inside, because there's going to be cheese on top too, so you don't want to get too crazy. So the last step, and this is an optional step, is putting more pizza ingredients in the middle of your pizza log here. So I'm just going to add a little bit more mushrooms and onions to the middle, but you can add any of them green things, vegetables, or whatever else y'all put in your pizza. So I'm just going to sprinkle a couple onions in here, a couple more mushrooms. Now it's time to roll up your sausage. Now you want to grab your sausage, don't grab your bacon layer, that's for later. You just want to slowly but tightly start wrapping your sausage into a nice little log. You're going to roll it up. See, it's got a lot of them spices stuck to it from the bacon, but that's okay because it's still going to be there when it gets to your mouth. There you have your log of meat. Now we just got to roll up the log in the bacon weave, and we're pretty much ready to bake. Now for the last step, we're just gonna put one more layer of spices on the outside of this bacon. Just like if you ever seen the bacon explosion video on the YouTube, they do it like this, they put it like a rub, but we go in pizza spices again. And just get them all rubbed down there nice and even spread, like on the YouTube. And we're ready to bake. While y'all wasn't looking, I made a second one, and now they're going in the oven. Well, we're about 140 degrees. Want to get up to the 160, 165 range. So it's a good time to start your water for your pasta and start making some garlic bread. Y'all know how to do that, I hope. Now we're going to cut up some cheese for the top of our log. We want both of our bacon wrapped pizza logs to be covered in cheese, because that's the way God intended us to eat everything. Alright, we're here, we're checking the temperature. We're going to make sure we're about 160, 165. We're just about the 160 mark. That should be good. We're going to put cheese on top, melt it down, and it should be almost ready to go. You're going to want to let that stand for about 5 minutes. Let it cool off a bit, finish cooking, and then it should be ready to slice. Well, it's time for us to slice our bacon wrapped pizza loaf and see what the crowd thinks. I don't think this could have turned out any better, but we're going to have to see what the tongues outside say, and let's just hope everybody likes it.
Unbelievable.
I'll ask you, what do you think?
I don't even know what it means. What does it mean?
This is excellent. I'm at a loss for words here. Pepperoni and cheese and bacon and sausage.
This is the best thing I've eaten this year.
Yeah, I'd say it's the best thing I've eaten this month. I mean, it's only, what, the 8th? But it's still really good.
Well, that's it for the first episode of Cooking with Junior. So if y'all liked it, appreciate hearing about it. Try it at home. It's a great recipe. I'll talk to you next time.